Interesting article here from Common Dreams talking about how AOC and some other House Democrats have decided to boycott Trump's State of the Union speech, which took place tonight. So let's see what AOC and others had to say about why they wouldn't be attending. She says, I will not use my presence at a state ceremony to normalize Trump's lawless conduct and subversion of the Constitution. The Congresswoman added she plans to connect with constituents on Instagram Live after the event. After much deliberation, I've decided I will not use my presence at a state ceremony to normalize Trump's lawless conduct and subversion of the Constitution. None of this is normal. I will not legitimize it. Consequently, I will not be attending the State of the Union. This is a deeply personal decision for each member to make, and a choice I did not take lightly. I will be hopping on Instagram Live later this evening to connect with my constituents and follow up with their questions about State of the Union. So kudos to her. She's standing up for what she thinks is the right decision and not basically wanting to give any credence to the lies and bullshit and propaganda that Donald Trump is unquestionably will be spewing from his mouth, basically nonstop during this State of the Union, because he is a perpetual liar and will say and do anything to protect his own self-interest. But it also would have been kind of funny if some of these people that did go and were just maybe booing or heckling or yelling at Trump or calling out his lies and maybe like fake news when he's just babbling on about whatever nonsense it was. But pretty cool to see AOC and some other House Democrats stand up for what they believe in, as opposed to like Nancy Pelosi in the past has been there and just, yay, Donald Trump, just clapping, you're doing a good job. But then you've already done a lot of really horrible things, but once you try to go after Joe Biden and his son because they are part of the, wealthy, Democratic establishment, then we're going to try to get you. But nothing will happen because nothing did happen. The impeachment. And then Ayanna Pressley. The State of the Union is hurting because of the occupant of the White House who consistently demonstrates contempt for the American people, contempt for Congress, and contempt for our Constitution. I cannot in good conscience attend tonight's sham. State of the Union. There she is in front of Congress. With her announcements Tuesday, the Congresswoman joined a handful Democrats also announced they intended to skip the event in protest of the president's conduct in office. Representative Maxine Waters, California. To think I would attend the State of the Union to hear the messages of an impeached president is a thought that no one would be consistent with. My fight and struggle against this dishonorable president, I will certainly not be here. So I'm not sure about like Maxine Waters' voting record. AOC is pretty good and usually, sticks up and fights for progressive policies and, agendas in Congress. I just hope that these other people that are also sitting this out, would do the same thing. And hopefully, if we went back and looked at, let's say, Maxine Waters' voting record, that she didn't support, Donald Trump's military budget this year, which increased a lot and gave him the Space Force and, all of these other things. And then Al Green from Texas, Rep. Al Green, he's been clear and consistent with wanting to basically impeach Trump from day one for all of these things he's done. Because of an impeached, reckless, ruthless, lawless, shameless, corrupt, and unapologetically bigoted president who is still engaging in a cover-up, the state of the House, the state of the Senate, and the State of the Union are divided. I will not attend State of the Union 2020. At least 3 other House Dems, Democrats, Reps Earl Blumenauer, Oregon, Steve Cohen, Tennessee, and Frederica Wilson, Florida, will also not be in attendance. Hill reported this will be their 3rd year in a row that the trios opted out of the event. So pretty interesting. Some members of the Senate who are seeking the 2020 Democratic nomination aren't expected to attend, including Bernie, Warren, Klobuchar, as they attending campaign events. So I mean, yeah, I guess why, just by attending, you're kind of giving credence to the type of message or policies that Trump would be trying to get out there. And obviously, they're not going to be progressive or benefit the working people. As we have seen, Trump is just a tool or a puppet for the, um, neoliberal oligarch class and for huge corporations and the wealthy. Like his tax cuts, 83% of the benefits went to the top 1%, while the other tax cuts for lower and middle income Americans have a sunset clause. Also doesn't support things like Medicare for all, free college, canceling student loan debt. It's horrible on the environment. Um, he's horribly racist and bigoted, and his policies and rhetoric reflect that. So yeah, I think if I was in the position of a AOC or Ayanna Pressley, I don't think I'd be attending Donald Trump's State of the Union. I would, if I did, I would heckle and call him out on his bullshit and lies. And if I didn't want to do that, then I probably wouldn't attend, and I would use my time for something more productive, and I wouldn't go there to listen to him spew his hateful just nonsense and bullshit. The president said more false or misleading claims in 2019 as he did in 2017 and 2018 combined. See, that's what I'm talking about. So if you were there, you would just be hearing that stuff, and he'd just be blowing smoke up his ass like he always does, making it about himself. Because if we know anything about Donald Trump, is that he's a huge narcissist, and just by attending, you're kind of playing into that. So kind of interesting. What do y'all think of AOC's and Ayanna Pressley's and these other Congress people's decision not to attend the State of the Union? Peace. Share your comments in the comment sections down below.